Wife, a hoe, a slut, a bitch, a woman, a lady, it's all the same shit. Read that now. Read that there. Hold on for that.
It's the book of the prophet Amos, chapter 7, verse 17.
This is what Amos said your wife you're going to be doing, Israelite man. Read.
Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Meaning your wife is going to be a goddamn hoe in the city. A jump off. She going to be tricking off with niggas. She going to be fucking niggas for fun. She going to be fucking niggas just for fun. She going to be fucking niggas for fun. That's what the scriptures say. Thy wife shall be a harlot in the street, just like this little harlot right here. Just like this harlot right here. Read.
Right.
Hey, no pictures, man. No pictures. Read.
Right. Thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Right, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. And it's just not the city. Hell, them bitches down in the country, down south, them bitches is big hoes, biggest hoes than the ones in the city. A lot of them chicks be running from down south. They with a nigga down south. They'll run from a nigga down south and come up here and fuck with niggas up north. Don't you know that every summer all these bitches get together, they girls, and they gonna be like, we gonna take a trip. If they from Boston, if they from Connecticut, if they from New York, if they from New Jersey, and they gonna go down south for a week, they going down there to fuck niggas. They going on a trip because chicks that's from down south, they come up north and fuck niggas up north.
I knew a bitch like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, because they're a bunch of damn hoes. Read the scripture again.
Right. Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
So that's your wife. Your wife is going to be a hoe in the city. She going to be a hoeing. All right? Read.
Right. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
Right. And your sons and your daughters shall fall by the sword. Is that not happening to us? Your girl is a hoe. Your girl is a hoe in the street, and your sons and your daughters are what? Are falling by the sword. Because why? This bitch is hoeing in the street instead of keeping things straight at the house. You understand? Instead of keeping things wired straight in the house, the children are what? They have no direction. They roaming out there in the street. Why do you got so many of these young black men out there in the street? They're out there selling drugs. They're out there in the gangs. Yeah, she's a hoe. Yeah, she's a hoe. My grandmother too. My grandmother too. Yeah. Now. Read that again in Amos, so I can give you brothers that understand.
Amos chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Right, thy wife, go ahead. Hey, you go ahead, brother. Go, brother. Y'all brothers go. Read it again.
Therefore, thus said the Lord,
it's all right, I got it.
thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Right, the scripture said that thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. Hey, so newsflash, brothers. Now give me the one, hold that. You give me, I know what you got. Give me Proverbs 31. I want Proverbs 31. Now, read this again. Read that again. Read Proverbs 31. Hold that. Read this again.
Right. Therefore, thus said the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Right. The scriptures say, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city. Meaning your woman, your dearly beloved woman, she gonna be a hoe. She gonna be hoeing. She gonna be out there hoeing in the street. You understand? She gonna be jumping off with niggas. Now, let me show you another scripture. Read Proverbs 31 and read Proverbs 31 and start at the it says right, go thy ways that which is bear with me 1 minute. Bear with me 1 minute. It's the one where she eateth and wipeth her mouth.
Oh, it's a rap now.
Oh, no, everybody gonna come out. It's gonna bring more demons, man.
Who can find a virtuous wife? You know what it says. You know what I'm talking about. What does it say? And then it says the heart of her husband. Bear with me 1 minute. Bear with me 1 minute. She eateth, and she eateth and wiping it from her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness. I know it's a problem.
I'll go to the other camp.
Yo, no pictures, man. Yeah, take that down to the other camp.
No, okay. Give not thy strength.
Yeah. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3.
See, you got this nigga bitch over here on a tyrant, right? Because she's mad because in the scriptures we telling you what these women are like. See, the nigga woman don't like when a brother pulls his coat to their bullshit, and that's what it is. That's what she's lashing out for. See, but the scriptures tell you what they about. That's why the scriptures say this. The scriptures say this. Read that.
Give not thy strength unto women.
Right. The scripture says, give not thy strength unto women. You don't put your heart and your soul and your mind and your everything into no bitch. I'm gonna put it to you like that. You don't put your heart, your soul, your whole well-being and everything into no bitch. That's what the scripture is saying. Read it again.
Give not thy strength unto women.
You don't fucking look to no fucking woman for no strength. You look to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for strength. That's what you look to for strength. You look to them for strength.
Let me say something. And see the reason why you got women like this that come out and do the things that they do, you know whose fault it is? It's the so-called white man's fault. You know why? Because the so-called white man has given these women too much liberty. That's the reason why these women are out here and they can do what they do. Now in the ancient world, do you know that a woman like that in the ancient world will be put to death? She'd have been put to death. You know what happened to King David's wife, Michal? She laughed at King David because he was dancing, because the Most High just delivered the Ark of the Covenant from the hands of the enemy. So King David was so happy, he was dancing around and he was getting down. He was doing a James Brown, he probably was doing splits, and his rod came out of his pants and he was bouncing around, and the women were looking at him and his wife was looking out of the window, and she saw this. And you know what she said? She said that you are like one of the lewd fellows. You expose yourself in front of these women, and you know what King David did? He locked her up for life. She didn't have no more children, she didn't have no sex or nothing to the day that she died. And you know what? The reason why he did that? The reason why he did that was because she opened her mouth against him. To show you the seriousness of back then. Back then, women didn't act like that. Somebody give me that scripture where it says women's supposed to be shamefaced. What is that? Is that in Timothy? The woman is supposed to be shamefaced. She's supposed to be quiet. She's supposed to be meek. Somebody could be Peters. And the reason why these women are out of order today, you could thank the white man for that. The so-called white man are giving these women too much liberty. That's why they act the way they do. Because they know that if you go upside their head, they can call the cops. They can call the cops and the cop will come. If a woman calls the cop will be there. If you have a problem and you call the cops ain't gonna come. But if especially a black woman, if a black woman has a problem and she calls the cops will be there. And even if it's the black woman's fault, guess who's going down? The so-called black man, the so-called Puerto Rican man. You know why? Because this society is geared against the so-called Negroes, Westerners, and Puerto Ricans. So you so-called Negroes out there, you better start waking up. You better get your head out your woman's ass. You better get your head out the white man's ass, because death and destruction is coming to America.
That's right.
That's the time we're living in. Read, brother.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves.
Right. Now this is an instruction book, right? Now hey brother, can you keep it down a little bit? Now these women, right, they'll be the first ones. They'll have a Bible in their hand, a big ass Bible like this in their hand, going to church, talking about that they God-fearing women, especially that black woman. I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm a God-fearing woman. That's what they'll tell you that up and down in your face. Read, brother, read it again.
In like manner
But the Bible, which they have under their arm, is supposed to be the instruction guide on how to be a woman, on how a woman is supposed to conduct herself. Now, is a woman supposed to be loud and stubborn like a dragon? Let's find out. Is she supposed to be dressing like a harlot in the streets? Let's find out. Is she supposed to have her titties showing, her ass poking out, provoking men